Wow, fast guys in behind the wheel of a sim racing machine. We'll see if they can get it done tomorrow night. Right now, it's time to get ready to roll with our first of two heat races. This will set the remainder of the field. Anybody who was not on the front row or didn't take a guaranteed starter spot, like Zach Sears for winning the Jim Champagne Memorial, will have to race their way into the Topless 200 tomorrow night. Here's how we're going to line them up for our first 12-lap heat race here at Oswego. Starting on the pole, driving the number 13 from Oswego Speedway, or Oswego, New York, it's Ryan Clunan. Ryan Clunan. Right next door to him, his uncle, Greg Breen. Inside row number 2, inside row number 2 is the number 41, Keith Powell, out of Crestline, Ohio. Next door to him, driving the number 56, Dick Schuler, at Oswego City, Minnesota. Running out the field in the number 14 from Brook Park, Ohio, it's Bobby Hayduck. Ohio, New York, and Minnesota represented in this first 12-lap heat race. The way they finish is the way they will line up for the Topless 200 tomorrow night. Anybody else that didn't time trial run heat races will start behind these guys in order of season points. I believe it is in order of season points. Couple of yellow cars up front. Clunan and Breen, family members, bringing them down for the green. Here we go. Heat race number 1. Green flag flies at Oswego Speedway. And Clunan with a big jump. Oh, Dick Schuler up the track. Coming out of turn number 4, Clunan's going to lead lap number 1. And he's glad to get that one in the bag. Last night, boy, he led the most laps and ended up into a big crash. Breen in second, Powell third. Breen a little bit loose out there. Keeping an eye further back in the pack in the battle for fourth position. Dick Schuler and Bobby Hayduck. Clunan with a big lead. Oh, and Greg Breen gets in a little deep there. He gathers it back up. Not enough for Keith Powell to be able to catch him, though. And Clunan with a 15.949. Stretching it out there in the number 13 Simability machine. He is flat gone. That's why they call him Rapid Ryan Clunan. The Rock Crusher, Greg Breen. That Lindsay Aggregates machine is second. Keith Powell in that beautiful number 41. And the caution is out on the racetrack. Yellow flag. Dick Schuler around. Dick Schuler goes around in the backstretch at one and done, and you're out of the heat races. So Schuler will take it to the pits. He is done and out of the heat race. White flag's out. We're going right back to racing here. Halfway through this one. 6 laps in, 6 to go. Clunan, Breen, Powell, your top three. Then Hayduck in fourth. See if Powell has anything for Breen. Does Breen have anything for his nephew? Oh, look at this. Bobby Hayduck feeling racy on the restart. Right to the rear nerf bar of Powell. Again, Clunan stretching it out. Good in-car shots there. Keith Powell's view as the sun beginning to set over turn one here at Oswego Speedway. You don't want to see, I mean, you want to see something gorgeous. One of the most beautiful sights in all of racing. That sun going down over turn one at the Big O. Go to OswegoSpeedway.com. You can learn more about the real Supermodifieds and the big Oswego International Classic coming up in a couple of weeks over Labor Day weekend. As Ryan Clunan continues to lead our first 12-lap qualifying heat race. Powell all by himself in third. Checkered flag flies, and look at that, Ryan Clunan locks down fourth starting position. As Zach Sears will start in third, took his guaranteed starter spot behind the front row that's locked in, so that will slot Clunan outside of row number 2 for the Topless 200. Not a bad place to be. Up towards the front, one of the faster drivers. And there he is at Victory Square. Rapid Ryan Clunan. We go to New York, driving the simability.com. Number 13, winner of the qualifying heat race here for the 19th Annual Topless 200. Greg Breen home for second, Keith Powell third, Bobby Hayduck fourth, and Dick Schuler in and out, getting the incident count, and he'll have to come from the back of the Topless 200. Well, our second heat race is coming up. Don't go anywhere. But we want to remind you that there's merch for sale. We have SUPRS merch, and you can pick some up. Go to SUPRS.net, click the SUPRS merch tab all the way to the top right. Check out some of the cool stuff coming up. Fall is coming. I know nobody wants to hear it during the dog days of summer, but fall is coming. And we start turning our thoughts towards the International Classic 200 at Oswego Speedway. And that's when we want to grab some of those cool-looking Carl Bonsai Becker sweatshirts or a SUPRS hoodie, maybe a coffee mug to keep your favorite warm beverage warm. Go to SUPRS.net, click the merch tab, and pick up some SUPRS merch. Support real Supermodified race card. Heat race number 2 is going to line up like this. Starting on the pole from North Syracuse, New York, Anthony Corsiniti in the TeesForecast.com machine. Next to him, rookie driver. Here for the Topless 200 at least. This is his second season, his first full year of racing. It's Daniel Nance in the Hahn Welding Supply at number 2. Inside row number 2 from Goshen, Indiana, driving the RW Woodworking PG Racing Photos number 25. It's Bob Gangler. And rounding out the field, also from Goshen, Indiana, driving the Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen. Number 08, Danny Ray, also sponsored by White Lightning Transportation. "12 laps, the way they finish is the way they start the Topless 200. Well, losing a driver here. Our second heat race coming up here as we get the lineup reset. Here we go. Get ready to go with our second qualifying heat race. I've said it a few times. Field is rolling. Of course, the needy Nans on the front row, Gangwer and Ray. Of course, the Gangwer have had some great battles this season. Last night, SUPRS Nationals, those two were nose to tail. Daniel Nans was right there as well. And that was kind of an odd start there as Nans didn't pick up the pace until late. But Corsiniti is the pole setter. He sets the pace. Whoa! And Gangwer.
All right, yellow flag, second down.
Gangwer loses it. Looks like he may have gotten a bump. And we'll see here what exactly happens, but a couple of cars involved, and SUPRS rules say that if there was less than 3 cars left, it's a complete race. So now it comes down to a scoring situation. We'll try to see what the scoring is. It'll be a checkered flag. Anthony Corsiniti will be the winner here. Race control. And 08 involved, boy, see if we get to catch a replay of that courtesy of Hairbag Studios. 1 lap, and that's all she wrote. Daniel Nans getting a little anxious out there, it looks like, but we'll have to see if he gathers it in there for the Topless 200 tomorrow night. We will be live tomorrow evening at 8:30. You'll want to make sure that you join us for that as we get another view here of that incident that ends this heat race early. SUPRS rules say that if less than 3 cars are left on the track, the checkered flag will fall. The order will be adjusted accordingly as to who was involved. And there it is. You can see it on the replay. The Deuce gets into the back end of the 25. 25 tries to save it. Comes up the track, and Danny Ray nowhere to go. He gets collected as well. So wiping them out there. We're due to get ready for tomorrow night.